First off, just want to put disclaimer: I am not a professional nor certified, nor is it my job for fitness. Do I have a certification in like physiology, anatomy? I'm a physical therapist, chiropractor. I'm none of those things. I'm just a guy who works out, and I just may have a few tips that can help you out. So, all that yap out of the way, here are some of the things I take into consideration on why I've been basically injury free the past year. Number one, I do my under basics. The under basics are the very not sexy and the very, very beneficial exercises of just doing the basics, push ups and pull ups. But I do them in a specific way that helps build up my tendons and my ligaments and basically keeps them from being injury free. A lot of YouTubers, they go with the term bulletproofing. Basically, I'm pumping blood in that thing. There's constant blood flow in that thing, and that thing is ready to produce as much force as possible. So under basics is basically I'm just doing push-ups and pull-ups, and people say, "Oh yeah, those are the basics." I take those basics and then I break them down even more. So these are basics because basics is what everyone can do, but not everyone can do push-ups and pull-ups. So this is why I call the actual basics. I get on a wall or a table or something like that, and I just do push-ups, right? Just regular push-ups. But I do them for time. I don't count the reps. I do it for like 3 to 5 minutes straight. You obviously don't have to do that. You can do a variation of that, or you can just make the progression so easy to where you can do it for 5 minutes. Doing that has helped not only like keep me from being injured, but it also allowed me to be stronger in other aspects. Because in calisthenics, we tend to skip progressions a lot, and then we kind of like are okay with crappy form calisthenics just because we skip the basics. Like no one wants to do the tuck planche, but whenever they get a full planche, it looks like dookie, like super piked, barely any protraction. But if they do a tuck planche, they can barely hold it with good form. Doing the under basics or doing the easier progression, or like basic level progressions, they will help you in your future. Like you're gonna be at the best possible state to do advanced progressions. Like you're building a foundation on concrete instead of sand is basically the best possible example. So under basics was definitely a helper. The next thing is understanding why certain things hurt. It's never the exercise's fault on why something hurts. It's something within you that don't go well with that exercise. And I'll give you an example. I got injured with muscle ups, handstand push-ups, with my wrists. Okay, the handstand push-up, it was just not an appropriate time for me to train the handstand push-up, as well as I wasn't warming up. So warm up as well. Try to get those ligaments and joints going, especially if you're trying to go for the advanced moves. So one thing that I did was that I didn't realize that I had very bad muscular tension control. So whenever I would do handstand push-ups or any advanced exercises that involves me pressing on the ground, I was putting all of that pain and pressure and tension into my wrists or into my elbows. The way that I cured it was one, I pumped a shit ton of blood in this and let it just heal naturally, and that worked. I needed to understand that muscular tension is not just in like your biceps because everyone flexes those, but it's in your entire body. So learning how to flex all the muscles, literally just doing this super slowly, as much tension control as possible, you will now, the next time you do handstand push-ups, the tension will not go into your wrist. It'll flow through your wrist and into the muscles. There's like no reason why muscles that shouldn't be sore while you're working out are sore because the tension's all over the place. So another example is like your back shouldn't be sore from doing bicep curls. No. It's something you're doing that's not appropriate for the time or the exercise or the strength level you're at. So whenever you are getting sore, like a sharp shooting pain, maybe like a burning sensation, not that kind, it may just because due to the lack of tension control. Your muscles are quite literally incapable of lifting the weight. And so what you're doing is that your joints are doing it for them. Let the tension flow through your joints, not your muscles. Another thing that I think really helped me for my injuries is super full range of motion. So depending on your anatomy, depending on what you deem as full range, what I consider full range is literally to the extent that my body's able to at a certain time. There's certain times when I do quarter reps. There's certain times when I do half. There's a reason for everything. But if you don't know and don't do it on purpose, then it's inconsistencies all around. The way I do certain exercises is that I would literally is that I would do as much range of motion or range of tension as Red Delta Project Matt Shefferly likes to call it, where I do it to where I it's at the joint's literal limits. Like it cannot go any higher. If I wanted to, I should have been born with longer arms type shit. My pull-ups literally until my triceps are hitting my lats and it can't go any lower. Or whenever I do a handstand push-up, I try to go until literally I'm almost doing a reverse muscle up. Obviously, it doesn't have to go to that extreme. A more normal exercise would be a dip. What I try to do is I try to go until past 90 degrees and to where almost my shoulders can touch the bar. So experimenting with that and doing it for super, super lightweight. I'm telling you, put your feet on something while doing this because it is very hard to do, but that just builds up the muscle tension and isometric strength whenever you're holding down that position for so long. So I think those are the things that kind of kept me injury free. As long as just like understanding that sleep is important. Sleep is important, eating enough is important, drinking enough water is very important. And if it's just not the day, then it's not the day. It's okay. Just try to be in here for the long haul. But if you got like a competition, you got to push it, then I understand. But understand that some days you're just not going to be strong, and it's going to be probably due to your recovery and probably due to the fact that you're doing the exercise wrong, or you should just adjust your form a little bit. But yeah, I hope that helps. See you.